Palm reading of a person who's aged 62 years old. We are going to basically read his hand, and I'll just tell you a few brief things about him. He basically told me that he worked for a long period outside India, and uh, he started from a very small background from the village, and he was able to uh, go abroad, work abroad, be successful. He has made money. So all these things are there in his hand. The first thing to see if a person would gain from working abroad is when the money line is coming and joining in to the main money line. This is the main money line. I just redraw it. This is the main money line that is coming, and a line that comes and joins into the main fate line or money line or Saturn line, whatever you might call, which depicts money. And this is the area of Mount of Moon. Mount of Moon basically depicts travel, benefits coming to this particular person from trading activity or service industry, or help from female. Maybe it could have happened that this line that is coming and joining into the main fate line could be also help coming to this particular person uh, from females. It could be after the birth of the girl child or after marriage. Things basically might have looked up for him. And the timing at what period the line is joining into the main money line, the age could be the intersection, the head and the money line intersection is age 35. So it is happening before the age of 35. So this is one part, and the age at which it's joining in is approximately 50. It is approximately, sorry, it is approximately 31 or so. That is when the benefits might have come in. Uh, if you look at the area under the mount of Mercury, you would see that there's a very solid line that you see out here. Solid lines under deep and clear lines, not wavy lines, and deep and clear lines basically means that the person has got good set of skills. So his father was not a learned man, like he didn't study much. So uh, but he himself gave stress to he gave lots of stress to studies, and he went into engineering, and basically he tried to make his life better uh, by studying. So this is what we see when we find a solid line of the Mount of Mercury. This does not mean that the person stops learning, like the person has done engineering and he stops learning. It is a continuous basically process of learning that the person keeps on doing throughout his life. So a solid line under the Mount of Mercury basically means that the person is sharpening his skills. He even told me that wherever he goes, wherever he changed his job and went, he basically tried to learn the process and tried to make it better. So so this line, whomever hand we find, those people are generally considered to be good communicators, and these people basically are good at skills. So these skills basically indicate that the person is likely to make good in his career or in his field of work, be it engineering, be it medical science, be it business, or any kind of thing. Basically, or such people are also good at drafting letters or drafting a petition. Like lawyers, whatever they draft petitions. So this is a good aspect. Then we also find that the heart line is having a curvature. This person did come to me for the consultation. The appearances were extremely soft, but when we look at the hand, we find that the heart line is curving towards the end. Whenever there's a curvature of the heart line towards the end, it basically means that the person is highly passionate, they display emotions and don't keep their emotions in check. So on the face of it, I could make out that he doesn't have these qualities, but his hand is showing. So probably it might be meaning that such people, generally people whose heart line is curving something like this, They may say that they are extremely emotional, but actually they are not. Uh, they might be actually more of passionate kind of people. So people misunderstand passion and display of emotions with more emotions. So that is one thing. A heart line that reaches the mount of Jupiter, this is the mount of Jupiter, this is where the person is more emotional, sensitive, idealistic, all those things, and the person is a bad money manager. But out here, the heart line is ending on the mount of Saturn, which means that the person would be able to manage money very well. So this is one good aspect that we see on his hand. Another very extremely good aspect that we see on his hand is that there are upward lines from the life. This is the lifeline, and the upward lines that are pointing towards the mount of Jupiter. So such people, if they move towards the administration side, they would surely get lots of benefit, and gains would come to them, because Jupiter is basically depicting, Jupiter depicts basically high position and honor, and growth and expansion in one's life. So the person basically has risen up to a higher position, and even at at the age of 62, still he is going to find something or the other. He is into construction line, engineering line. So right now he's without his job, and he mentioned that he's age 62. He was supposed to go to Middle East, but his company was not able to give him job. Like he's without job right now. So the period, this heart line, above the heart line, this money line is after the age of this intersection. This period is basically after the age of 53 and beyond. And you would notice this is the sun line. Sun line above this period is basically after the age of 53. This is 53 and this is beyond. So both these cases, you would, if we zoom in to the line, you would notice that the line of sun is more distinct after the age of 53. The line of Saturn, the line of money, is also going to the apex of the mount. The apex of the mount is basically this particular area that you see out here. It is going straight onto it. So this is a beautiful sign that we see on his hand, that the line of Saturn, the line of money, the line of fate is going straight onto the mount, and it is considered to be a good sign as far as money matters go. Another good aspect that we see on his hand is this is one of the best aspect. This is the lifeline, and this is the supporting lifeline. Supporting lifeline basically supports the person in difficulties. It supports the person during the periods of hardship. So the person basically is a fighter. Mars is a red planet. Red planet basically means anger, aggression, fire, and fighting spirit. And such people basically fight against odds to come out as winners. So this is considered to be good. You can see both these things prominent on both these hands. You would notice this is also good. This is the supporting lifeline, or the guardian angel line, or there are different names: guardian angel line, Mars line, supporting lifeline, but the meaning remains the same. And this is the lifeline. So in both cases, you see a very strong kind of Mars line. So nobody would be able to defeat such people, and certainly they would be able to achieve a higher position. You would also notice that the line in the initial stages, the sun line is not so good. This is till age 35, from 0 to age 35. This is 35 and beyond till 53, and this is 53 and beyond. This is one of the best periods of one's life. So more recognition coming to this particular person, more honor coming to this particular person because of the upward line going towards the mount of Jupiter. So he would remain productive in his life, and even at this particular moment of life, things are not going to go down. And wherever he lives in India, he lives abroad, he would be able to make himself more productive. And so I've seen both the hands. You would also notice that the hand structure, the bone structure is extremely good. It is strong. One should have very strong bone structure in the fingers as well as the palm. If the bone structure is good and the padding over the mounts are good, it basically means richness in one's quality. It basically means that the person is likely to have a good hold over people, money, and resources. This is what we see. money line in itself doesn't tell everything about how good the money is going to be, and the sun line itself can't tell everything. It is basically the hand structure that matters more, and it adds up to the strength of the line. It basically strengthens the line, strengthens the mount, strengthens the planet in a hand. So such people would be certainly more successful in time to come. You would notice in the left hand also these are support strong mercury lines, strong lines of communication skills, networking skills, be it engineering skills, all kind of skills. So in all a good hand, it is all what we do and make up of our life, and that is what matters the most. And such people could have risen much more, but probably the opportunities were less. This is what the person mentioned, and that is the reason why there was only limited growth he had achieved. If he was at a better place, he would have achieved much more growth. Before ending my video, I would request you to press the subscribe button, press the bell icon to get regular updates from me. And I would also just show you a few things. Give comments, subscribe to my channel. This is a small slideshow. This palmistry video consists of various permutation combinations. We as palmists may miss out on many points. This is just a partial palmistry reading of palm. The best reading comes out with a dialogue and not a monologue. Generally, every client wants to know about money, name, fame, health, family life. Not everything can be known by lines. Less lines without any special signs, like a fish, lotus, M, Trishul, may still give excellent results. You would have seen in this particular hand that I just told you about, he didn't have any lotus, or M is basically not right. I don't consider M to be the sign of any good luck or something. Trishul pointing towards a finger. Trishul is just V or Y or Trishul. It could be any one of them. All of these are good signs. And palmistry is not just about lines. It is more about hand structure, feel, size, padding over the mouse. That is what counts the most. Even if someone does not have a money or sun line, it doesn't mean that the person is not going to be successful. The person can be hugely and internationally successful. We have seen in various hands, in the hands of Dhoni, in the hands of Virat Kohli, famous cricketer, they don't have, not even Oprah Winfrey or Serena Williams, they have the money or the sun line. Still, they are super successful. So thank you for watching my video, and bye and take care. Remember to press the subscribe button, press the bell icon to get regular updates from me. Bye.